Like and subscribe right now, or the spider will crawl on your face when you're sleeping. The Amazon rainforest is home to many intriguing species. Have you ever wondered what kind of monsters lurk behind this vast land? Well, stick around as we uncover 15 monsters caught in the Amazon River. Number 1. Bull sharks. When it comes to sharks, the most familiar names to many would probably be the great white shark and maybe the tiger shark. These two are considered the world's deadliest sharks, but in the real sense, they're not. On the contrary, the bull shark carries the day when it comes to being extremely dangerous. This water monster is mostly, if not always, in a bad mood, and interestingly, it eats almost anything around it. In rare cases, these sharks are responsible for quite a number of deadly shark attacks on fishermen in these rivers. Not only fishermen though, these fellas get into it with a lot of creatures they find along the way, including crocodiles, hippos, and those nice little sea turtles with the hard shells. Number 2. Big Paraba. The Paraba is a real giant Amazon River monster fish, and sometimes it's referred to as the freshwater shark. It's possibly the biggest catfish in the Amazon, and may even be the biggest fish there. They may reach lengths of up to 3 meters. Despite this, they're still very active fish in the water. Other little fish serve as their main source of sustenance. They can, however, also consume birds or monkeys. They've also been known to eat people. Oh my god, what? According to stories, certain Paraba catfish attack people to eat them whole. I would say this one has to be one of the scariest on the list. Number 3. Red-bellied piranhas. Honestly, as a kid, I thought piranhas were going to be a very big problem for us humans to handle in the future. That was after watching that Piranha movie. I'm sure that was the case for you guys too, right? Well, here's some good news. The piranhas have no beef with us at all. In fact, they're said to be shy and fear humans. That would need quite some convincing though. With their sharp, dreadful teeth, these rather small fish can cut through a prey's flesh, and it would take a matter of minutes, if not seconds, to completely finish it off. These little guys have quite a long list of prey they like, including some mammals and birds. It's fascinating to observe how birds and piranhas coexist. The piranhas prey on injured or young birds that fall from trees during the wet season, while during the dry season, when they're forced to struggle for air in extremely shallow water, the piranhas prey on the birds. A complete circle. Number 4. Giant Anaconda in the Amazon rainforest. You can't talk about the Amazon and fail to mention the anaconda. I'm sure most of you are familiar with the classic Anaconda movie, right? Now considering how scary that movie was, then you know how huge and dangerous these creatures are. If I saw such a huge snake, even accidentally, my first instinct would be to run like hell out of there. But the guy who filmed this must have quite a weird passion for snakes. Fun fact, not much research has been done on anacondas, probably because of their intimidatingly huge size. If I were to take a guess, scientists would take off immediately after seeing it. Number 5. Rapaima Fishing. Quite a name for a mere fish. On the contrary though, this one isn't your typical fish on your plate or in the sushi you ordered the other day. It's edible though, and quite delicious. The Rapaima, in fact, is one of the world's largest freshwater fish. But you might not see it anytime soon in a river near you, because it's native to the Amazon. It remains one of the most unique animal species in the world. With its size in mind, it sure does have a great amount of flesh on it to feast on for days, let alone capture it. It could cost an arm and a leg, literally. Number 6. Red-tail catfish. I still can't believe that people can walk comfortably in these waters. I mean, dude, you could literally get catfished around here. The catfish are huge, and apparently, it's a favorite game fish for many. I bet that's why anglers love them so much. The red-tailed catfish stands as one of the most attractive catfish species without a doubt, with its beautiful white belly and red tail. Not that I have a problem with the appearance of catfish, just saying, I suddenly have this weird urge for a fried catfish burger. Or maybe a red-tailed catfish sauce would be a great idea for supper. Sadly, the red-tailed catfish are now endangered and facing extinction due to human activities in their breeding spaces. Number 7. Rare giant Amazon otter. River wolves, you'd call them. due to their striking resemblance to wolves, of course, and also because of how much of a fierce predator they are. These animals would do anything to protect themselves and their mates from any kind of harm. You don't want to be on their bad side. For the record, they make a very strange and horrible noise, maybe a defense mechanism. Well, for starters, that would scare the hell out of me, and I would most definitely turn the other way and run out of there. Luckily, these river beasts are found deep in the Amazon rivers, and they're the shy type, only seen when finding food, then disappearing deep into the river and the Amazon's canopy. Quite in character for an introvert, don't you think? Number 8. Black Caiman. It's not what you're thinking, but I assure you, it's something very close to it. Cousin to the crocodiles, maybe. Absolutely right. The black caiman is the largest member of the alligator family, more like that one family member that's really obsessed with hitting the gym. Found in the Amazon, this peculiar and rare animal can grow to a length of approximately 5 to 6 meters. That's like 7 baseball bats or 4 hockey sticks. A water creature this huge has all the justification to make it to today's list of river monsters. Don't you agree? Number 9. Giant Leech. I would tell you, as the name suggests, the giant leech isn't your typical leech. It's found in the remote parts of the upper Amazon. These may be the largest of aquatic leeches, growing up to 18 inches long, and can use large mammals from the forest as their host, sucking blood from them, of course. I have to admit that even the tiniest worm freaks me out. I wouldn't even know how to react just in case this weird creature found itself on me. Number 10. Kangaroo. The South American parasite fish, known as the kangaroo, is small and has a reputation for swimming into men's private parts. Yeah, morals have left the chat. It reportedly swims right through the male genitalia area. In the Amazon region, only a few animals are more terrifying than the kangaroo when it comes to the imaginable pain they would cause a human being. The small freshwater catfish is apparently more feared than the infamous piranha. Guys, can you imagine that? It's said to wait for its prey to enter the river before attacking, inflicting the most painful manner imaginable. Ugh, gross. Number 11. Electric eel. Hold on tight, this next one might shock you. Literally. For some unknown reason, the electric eel is a shy type that lives on the bottom of riverbeds. However, when these shy fellas are provoked, they can produce enough power to knock a horse over. There's something about these introverts. Notice the trend? Just a disclaimer though, they don't hunt horses. I'm sure they would prefer smaller fish as prey. Electric eel-related fatalities in humans are incredibly uncommon. However, repeated shocks can result in respiratory or heart failure, and people have been known to drown in shallow water following a powerful jolt. That's just in case you find yourself deep in the Amazon for whatever reason. Thank me later. Number 12. Payara. One of the weirdest fish you'll encounter in South America is the Payara. The lack of research on this species has left it with a mystifying reputation. Also, its unforgettable look, which includes 2 enormous fangs, adds up to its reputation. Everything about these guys is designed to be lethal. Even the name suggests it. Number 13. Paku. Here's a relative of the infamous piranhas, and noticeably, they have quite a reputation too. Well, at first glance, what would fascinate you would be the fact that its teeth are shaped and arranged almost identically to those of humans. Interestingly, unlike their piranha cousins, Paku fish prefer vegetables and are more omnivores. I'm sure that came as quite a relief to many of you watching, considering the other members on this list, who have left quite a reputation. Number 14. Flathead Catfish. The flathead catfish stands out from other species thanks to its unusual appearance. In fact, it's regarded as the most repulsive catfish in the Amazon. As omnivores by nature, these guys eat nearly anything that comes their way, especially animals and perhaps, just perhaps, people who stumble into their ecosystem in the wrong direction. Flatheads will put up an aggressive and tough fight, making them a favorite among catfish fishermen in large lakes and rivers. These large animals frequently inhabit snag-filled environments, take a bit longer to subdue, and require considerable tackle to pursue. Number 15. Stingray. These freshwater stingrays are enormous since they usually measure 5 meters long. Additionally, they're heavy weighing up to 600 kilograms. They're about 38 centimeters long and have venom in their tails that can kill their victims. They prefer to bury themselves and live at the river's edge. As a result, they're not the most noticeable fish. They eat clams and crabs for food. Although there are claims that they occasionally assault boats, they don't harm people. Until next time, adios.